It's about time that I can talk about reparations, because that's been something on my chest for years. Because every single time something transpires in the black community, there's at least 10 people that will bring up reparations. And every single time I've always wanted to ask these people, how do you plan to make this happen? It's cool to just tweet it out into the ether and think that everyone's going to come together and agree and sit there and say, yes, we deserve reparations. But how is that going to come about? How are you going to convince government officials that you deserve money for 400 years of suffering, especially since you're 13 years old and you haven't even been alive that long and your body's starting to change? How do you plan to convince people that you deserve a certain amount of money? Also, how do you think that's going to be structured? Are you going to get it all at once? Is it going to be a monthly payment thing? Is your family going to get it? Are they going to get separate individual checks? Are you going to be satisfied once you get that certain amount of money? Or are you going to continuously ask for more because you finally got what you wanted in small doses? These things are important, especially since you're not specifying anything, you just want it handed to you. And the problem with that is you may not get exactly what you want, specifically because you may not be eligible if this thing continues to grow stronger and stronger and stronger. Speaking of which, Massachusetts town creates a fund to pay reparations to its black residents. A liberal Massachusetts town has created a fund that will be used to pay reparations to eligible black residents to repair past harms it committed against them or their ancestors. No money is in the fund yet, but town finance officials have proposed a plan to put $210,000 in the account later this year. Amherst, a town with more than 39,000 people with a black population of just over 2,100 people, according to the Census Bureau, is home to the University of Massachusetts flagship campus and Amherst College, a liberal arts university. And this is the part that I really want people to pay attention to. Black residents are eligible if they or their ancestors lived in the city between 1919 and 1969. They're also eligible if they can show the city's housing policies discriminated against them and caused damage. This is what I'm talking about when you say you need an actual plan, or when I say you need an actual plan. Because if you're just going around saying, hey, we want this, give it to us, they're going to turn around and set rules to make sure you can't get it. They're going to put all these different walls in place to make sure that you have a harder time trying to get that thing. And if I do a little work in my mind right now, if the funds are $210,000 and there's a black population of at least 2,000, we divide that up all together and you get this number. And that's not really a lot, considering that you want 400 years worth of money handed to you, you 13-year-old. And again, I'm not sitting here saying I'm against reparations. I'm really not in the long run, because hey, free money is free money. But how is we going to get this is my real problem. I can sit here and tweet about all the things I want in the world. I want some dildos. I want some strippers. I want some big-titted women. But how am I going to go about getting those? Yes, I am the sexiest black man on YouTube, but I would still have to put forth effort into getting all these different things, because if I don't, hey, I'm just sitting in a black and blue chair in front of a camera and a microphone that kind of resembles a dildo, but I'm ultimately not getting the exact thing that I wanted. Amherst will become a reason for our other communities and our federal government to take long overdue action while putting restrictions on people to make sure that they'll get limited access to it. Imagine if you weren't even born in that city in Massachusetts, or if you're from out of town or out of state and you've moved there from the rest of your life, you're not getting a piece of the pie. Imagine if you can't prove that there's some redlining that happened to you or your family. You're not getting any reparations. And then you're going to be mad, and then you're going to see your buddy with a check for $100 and you're going to want to beat him up, because that's just how jealousy works. People get mad when they see things that they want in the hands of other people. So to everybody that's sitting back and saying, yes, reparations, we deserve this money, we have this, we deserve this, we've suffered, I would really like it for you to have a plan to convince people without being eligible that you deserve that money. Because if you don't, you're going to have a harder time trying to get it, because 10 times out of 10, a lot of y'all are not eligible. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. I hope y'all get y'all money however y'all get it, because I'm gonna get mine. Goodbye.